Kelly, thanks so much. So we made it through the 4th of July without any big changes at the pump with gas prices, but the outlook for the rest of the summer paints a different picture. Fox 16's Jordan Betts joining us live outside a gas station with more. Jordan, what are you finding out this morning?
Good morning. And finding out that even though it's because it's a holiday weekend, we had the holiday yesterday, didn't mean that gas prices really jumped. But as we've traveled through Cantrell and Little Rock, take a look at this price that's behind me, $2.63. When we were in Cantrell, we've seen from the 40s, 50s, and now here in downtown Little Rock, $2.63. That's the highest I've seen all morning long, as the average price here in Arkansas is $2.55 according to GasBuddy.com. And we're on track on other states to have the cheapest gas, like South Carolina, Alabama, and Texas. California, Hawaii, and Washington have the highest prices, so be glad you don't live in those states right now. And industry experts blame a lower domestic crude oil inventory, saying the U.S. has seen a large one-week reduction in crude oil inventories at the same time when the demand is high. They also point to the uncertainty surrounding U.S. efforts to sanction Iran's oil distribution. So even though the gas prices might be higher, $2.63, it's not stopping from people going to the pumps, and as well as maybe people head out to the lake this weekend. I'm going to say it's probably not going to stop them as well. Live in Little Rock, Jordan Betts, back to you.
All right, Jordan, thanks so much. People in Heber Springs are concerned this morning after discovering several dogs have been poisoned in one neighborhood. As Fox 16's Susan Alcori explained, several dogs died this week, all showing the same symptoms.
Hosing down the yard, not for landscaping, but to keep his family safe.
Poisoning dogs, it's messed up.
Cody Wrinkle can't stop checking around his Heber Springs home, concerned whatever killed his 7-month-old puppy Atlas might still be out there.
By the time I realized that there was actually something serious going on, it was too late.
Wrinkle says the symptoms came on quickly Monday morning.
How much blood was actually thrown up. There was a huge puddle of blood, and it was horrible.
As he tried to leave for the vet, what he saw outside was unimaginable.
Like, come on, buddy. And he never moved, so I slapped the side of the house, and he never moved again.
This is a tight-knit community, so when Wrinkle went to warn his neighbors about what happened to his dog, he can't believe the reaction he got online.
From this Facebook post, Wrinkle found 4 other neighbors, all whose dogs showed symptoms of poisoning. Only in one case was a vet able to revive the dog.
Somebody is actually doing this on purpose. I don't understand it.
Without many answers, Wrinkle is keeping a watchful eye, especially on his 16-month-old son.
It's hard for me to walk out in the backyard.
The family already has a new addition, but for Wrinkle, it's hard to move on.
It's like killing someone you don't even know and taking a member of someone's family. It just ain't right.
Taking every precaution he can in case someone decides to target his home again.
Susan Alcori reporting the animal hospital believes the dog that made it to the vet and survived was given rat poison. Heber Springs Animal Control is looking into this. In the meantime, they are asking people to keep an eye on their dogs. In a Fox 16 crime alert, a big fight in a Little Rock shopping center parking lot escalates to gunfire and 2 arrests. It happened at a South University shopping center late Tuesday afternoon. The fight involved several adults, including some who had children with them. Police arrested Calvin Shavers, who is facing 8 counts of terroristic acts, and Raquel Brown, who is accused of pulling a knife and pepper spraying 4 kids. Police believe it started over a social media post.
Why does it need to go to that level? Why are we taking social media posts, and then why is that leading up to gunfire? Eventually, this is going to lead to a fatality or somebody actually getting shot.
Over the weekend, police arrested 2 other men for terroristic acts after a pair of drive-by shootings, and that case apparently stemmed from a social media post as well. A news update for you. Investigators say a fire that destroyed a Dollar General store in Jonesboro last month was set intentionally. No one was hurt. We don't know who started the fire, but Craighead County officials are taking over this case. Happening today, the man accused of hate crimes and murder in Charlottesville, Virginia, is expected in federal court. 21-year-old James Fields Jr. is set to have his initial appearance in arraignment this afternoon. A grand jury indicted Fields on 30 new charges related to civil rights violation. He faces 1 count of a hate crime act. It resulted in the death of 32-year-old Heather Heyer, plus 29 other counts. The man accused of planning a July 4th terrorist attack in downtown Cleveland will be in court for a preliminary hearing. That's happening today. The FBI says Demetrius Pitts planned to launch an attack at the city's holiday parade or during the 4th of July fireworks display. The FBI says he met with an undercover agent where he also discussed a separate attack in Philadelphia. A 16-year-old driver escaped from a sinkhole in Minnesota. The teen crashed when the road washed out around the culvert beneath it. Wow, that is a close call. The sheriff's department captured this video of the car using a drone. Luckily, the teen was not hurt. He was wearing a seatbelt, and of course, the airbags did deploy. In Maryland, people who work at the Capital Gazette took part in a parade. You can see them holding this banner that reads the Capitol. Staff marched just days after a gunman opened fire inside the paper's newsroom, where 5 people had died. And a news update, it's a race against the clock for rescuers in Thailand as a monsoon is expected to hit by the end of the week. Teams are having to come up with different rescue operations to get 12 trapped boys and their coach out of a flooded cave. The water levels inside the cave could rise dangerously high and even fully flood. The boys don't even know how to swim.